Roses are red, violets are blue, and we've got some wonderful Valentine's deals for you. And also, violets are purple, actually, but you get the point. If you've been enjoying Warzone 2.0 and are looking to provide it with the perfect partner, bat your eyes at Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. The 19th installment in the globe-conquering shooter series takes it to a whole new level, especially on the Xbox Series X and S, where spatial sound tech combines with smooth 60 FPS frame rates to provide the most immersive Call of Duty experience ever.
Whether you're getting Task Force 141 back together for another solo campaign, or calling up your real-life buddies for some multiplayer fun, Modern Warfare 2 is everything you could want in a Call of Duty, and it's now 25% off. For a bloodier Valentine, look no further than Cult of the Lamb. This strategic cult sim has you playing as a poor little sheep who is about to buy the farm when a sinister deity steps in to save their life. Having made a very literal deal with the devil, you'll now need to hold up your end of the bargain by raising a mighty cult to worship your dark benefactor, performing all sorts of grisly rituals in the process.
The contrast between the game's dark subject matter and its adorable visuals is relentlessly hilarious as you lead your fuzzy followers to do all sorts of unspeakable things, wiping out all the other cults in your vicinity so that you alone can stand as the one true lamb. And now that it's 25% off, this demonic deal just got even more enticing. Last year, we finally got to make our grand return to Monkey Island for one more tale of pirates, puzzles, pointing, and clicking. Sadly for old Guybrush Threepwood, times have moved on since he was a young swashbuckler, and a new generation of hip young pirates now rule the Seven Seas. Determined to uncover the secret of Monkey Island before his adventuring days are done, he sets off on one last voyage.
Along the way, he'll bump into old friends, old enemies, and a host of new faces, all of whom have plenty to say. And since Return to Monkey Island comes from the same wisecracking minds as the original games, you can bet most of it will be pretty hilarious. You can't put a price on a good laugh, except we have, and in this case, it's 25% smaller than usual, while the game is also available on Xbox and PC Game Pass. Henry Cavill may be gone, but Geralt is here to stay, and you can take part in one of his greatest adventures by picking up The Witcher 3: The Wild Hunt in this week's sale. This award-winning, best-selling, critically acclaimed, just generally really good action RPG transports players to a war-torn world full of monsters to slay and tough choices to make.
Wander in any direction and you'll be confronted with fascinating characters, complex subplots, and sticky moral dilemmas as you decide who you want your version of Geralt to be. A ruthless killer, a champion of the people, or something in between. While the outcomes may not always be pretty, the game itself sure is, thanks to a next-gen update that lets Xbox Series X and S gamers swing their swords in smooth 60 FPS. And this week you can toss significantly fewer coins to your Witcher thanks to a tidy 40% discount. Elden Ring is a great game because its open-world RPG-ish design provides you with so many possible ways to get brutally murdered. But if all that sounds a bit overwhelming, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is here to brutally murder you in a much more streamlined fashion. From Software's samurai actioner uses an ingenious melee combat system which turns every battle into a nail-biting duel as you dodge and parry around your enemy's blows, waiting for the opportunity to knock them off their balance before going in for the killer blow. It sounds really simple when you put it like that.
Featuring a lineup of hard-as-nails bosses and selection of ninja gadgets to give you at least a fighting chance against them, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is the sort of game that always keeps you on your toes, right up until it puts you on your behind. And now it's half price. This week's Gaming Together sale is also stacked with titles that are ideal for sharing with that special someone. If you'd like to see how your relationship holds up under pressure, why not lock yourself and your significant other in a sealed room that slowly fills with water as you try to solve a series of puzzles?
Thing is, Benny, if you do that in real life, then you're probably going to go to jail, but if you do it in Escape Academy, you'll have a delightful time, with a host of cleverly designed escape rooms for you and your partner to ponder their way out of from the safety of your home. This perplexing first-person puzzler is available now on Xbox and PC Game Pass, and you can score a nice little 25% discount on it in this week's sale. Even in single player, Nobody Saves the World is a pretty chaotic game. In this top-down action RPG, you gradually learn to transform into all sorts of different things, including rats, magicians, archers, and robots, unlocking all sorts of new abilities in the process. And once you start mixing and matching those abilities, well, things get pretty interesting.
But to make things even crazier, you can tag in a partner to play through the game in co-op, allowing one of you to gallop around as a turtle that moves at the speed of a horse, while the other wreaks havoc as a fire-breathing zombie. The combinations are pretty endless, especially once you throw in the Frozen Hearth Pack, which throws in a couple of new forms for good measure, and which also happens to be included in the bundle in this week's sale, discounted by a tidy 35%. There's no better way to cement a relationship than by wailing on a horde of anonymous urban goons together, and that is precisely the experience that Streets of Rage 4 provides. In this love letter to the classic 90s beat-em-up trilogy, Axel, Adam, and Blaze are back for another round of side-scrolling, bone-breaking action, along with 5 new fighters and some devastating new moves to keep things fresh.
Enjoy the game in classic couch co-op, or go online to dish out some pain together from afar. Either way, you're going to have a scintillating soundtrack and some stunning hand-drawn visuals to enjoy while you reclaim the streets. Oh, and just to sweeten the deal, Streets of Rage 4 is now 50% off too. You know, all of our multiverses seem to be in danger these days, and the Mexiverse is no exception. Fortunately, it can call upon a spandex-clad suplex machine or 4 to help put things right. Guacamelee 2 sees Juan Aguacate power slamming his way through multiple timelines and springing between the realm of the living and the land of the dead in one epic 2D adventure. There are new foes to pin down, new moves to pull out, and for reasons that I'm sure will become very clear, the opportunity to turn into a chicken.
To improve your chances of putting the bad guys down for the count, you can tag in up to 3 partners to land a helping hand, or foot, or flying headbutt. You get the idea. Now 75% off, Guacamelee 2 could be just a dose of multiversal madness that you've been looking for. Finally, we've had Cultish Lambs and Monkey Island, so why not round things off with a nice bit of goat simulating fun? Goat Simulator 3 brings us more goats than ever before, allowing you and up to 3 friends to team up locally or online and run riot all over the city. Kick stuff, run into stuff, push stuff into other stuff. The only goal here is mayhem. The only way you can lose is if you stop having fun.
Yeah, and given that you're just a bunch of goats tearing up the town, that doesn't seem very likely, does it? So get in on these beautiful, brainless antics now and let your inner goat run free with Goat Simulator 3 now 20% off. Whether you're coupling up, flying solo, or hanging out with your friends this Valentine's Day, this week's sale has got something that's sure to get you goat. Let us know which of these titles you'll be making eyes at down in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Xbox updates. Bye!